today's episode, I want to talk about my journey and experience in public participation, mainly in the Nyeri County government space. This journey started back in 2017, when we had the new regime. And at that point, we had elected a new governor, new deputy governor, and a new administration. And so my first forum was the CIDP, the County Integrated Development Plan, that was done in my home sub-county of Madera West and Keremukoyo ward. So I took myself there and decided I want to participate in this process from the word go in my counties and wards development projects. And so my first experience was just observation. So for a 5-year document, we were less than 20. So I said, maybe it's my ward and sub-county that has an issue. So the following day, I went to Mukurweini. And again, they had a forum. And again, the turnout was not that great. The discussions were not that great. I said, okay, this is the first step, and let me proceed over the years. Over time, I've participated in probably 99% of all forums that Nyeri County government has organized, both the executive and the assembly. My take is that public participation in my county is deteriorating. It's dying. It's becoming a checklist thing. It's a legal requirement. It's just something that now we do. We've over time written memos, proposals, petitions, suggestions, deliberations, all that throughout the COVID period, the non-COVID period, but I feel that it's come to a point where our input is no longer shaping where our county is headed. So what usually happens when we attend these forums? So I'll get there. The venue at times is not conducive. Why? Because our public participation is done at sub-county level. What this means is that if you're not near that area where the venue is, then the other wards, they don't participate. I'll give an example where I come from in Madera West. So the venue is usually in Keremukoyo ward. But in my sub-county, we have another ward called Rogoro ward. So members from Rogoro ward never come for public participation. Why? Because the distance is too much and no one will reimburse you for that money. So they don't participate. Now, the argument may be that there are other avenues that you can participate, which is you can do memos. But practically and from experience, no one really reads those memos. No one responds to them, and no one even knows kama zilifika na kama zilisomwa. But you just send them to an email address given. So this is why the physical forums are very important, because this is where we are able to deliberate. See, in a memo, you can't deliberate. You can only propose, and that's it. But in a public forum, we're able to sit down, listen to your ideas, and you listen to mine. We deliberate and agree that this is then the priority. So over time, choice of venue, we've seen other counties like Laikipia, our neighboring county here, they do it at sub-location level. So when we do it at sub-county level, we've never devolved it beyond that. That is one challenge. The other challenge is that the documents are released late. So at times you may not have a document when you go to that forum. At times the document is too technical. Not even at times. All the times the document is a technical document. No one has taken you through civic education to understand and unpack this document. No one tells you what decision you are making in that public participation forum. And finally, there is no facilitator in that engagement. So what usually happens is we, the public, get there. So the venue is set, the time is set, and we get there. Then we may get a summary of the document, or there'll be no document at all, because you are doing a first draft, as they say. And so then the officials will sit there and say, all right, wananchi mmekuja, give us your input. And then everyone will stand and give their proposals. Now, something of late has been happening when I go for these forums. The citizens are starting to ask questions. What happened to the projects and proposals we gave last time? Like every year we are giving out the same projects and proposals, but nothing is happening. So the questions that the citizens are starting to ask is, what happened to the proposals we gave last time? Now we are here again and you're asking for more. We've not seen anything happening to those projects and proposals we gave. But the question is, does anyone answer you in that forum? Or is that question kind of taken up and then, they meander around with the answers? And so citizens become fatigued because if you have been attending these forums for 5 years, giving the same projects and proposals, giving the same inputs, but then in my county, the major department that gets most allocations is roads, marams, streetlights. So what happens to those who give proposals on agriculture, youth empowerment programs, sports? Then that basket availability for those projects always goes down. So the question we keep asking ourselves is, then what value are these public participation forums to the lives of Mwananchi? And so as we think through and deliberate through these processes, the power that the Constitution gave us, the need for public input in decision making, then what is the reality? What is the reality? What is happening on the ground? And if your input, again, is not shaping how your government is headed, then how are government decisions made?